You know, it's called AI in your business. All of your business. That's what I thought it was. All up in your business. In your business. Hello, everybody. Welcome to Shawn and Lacey Live. Oh, we got a little bit of an echo.
I
sure.
think Luke
Luke,
needs to mute
yeah.
himself.
Oh, we just told everybody who's up behind the
You
scenes.
just tell them all. Tell them all. All right, I think he got the
Figured
hang.
it out. We are no longer echoing.
All right, it's AI in your business, not all in your business, all up in your business. Welcome to Shawn and Lacey Live. Happy Wednesday. Happy Wednesday.
Now that we all know who that is, everybody say, hi, Luke.
Hi, Luke.
What's up, guys?
How's it going?
What's up?
Pretty good. Sorry about the little blunder.
What are we giving away today? $300 again?
300 coming off a fresh Skip Weiss win. So yeah, 300 to one lucky BDC or BYS member.
Coming off of a fresh Skip Weiss win.
Yes.
$300 today. You know what that means. Thank you so much to all 12 of you that tune in, whether it's 300 or 3,000. We love and appreciate you. So great to have you. So what's going on in Indyville?
I feel like, it's hot. You guys are probably just as hot though, but everything's now at a lull. The swimming stuff's over. I feel like now it's just back to normal old Indy.
Back to Boringville.
Back to Boringville.
It can't. Today was 105 here. It can't be.
Oh, it felt like
heat
105.
index. It was like 93, but felt like 105.
All right.
Cindy's got thunderstorms. We've got.
It's gonna rain.
Humidity.
Tonight's episode's being sponsored none other than Cram Nutrition. Go to www.cramnutrition.com. Enjoy a refreshing PB&J, the healthy alternative to that disgusting, nasty stuff that you might be sending your kids to school with. No more. Get them Cram. Let them jump for joy. Let them say, Mom, Dad, we want more Cram. I know I've got tons of Cram in my freezer. We need you to buy Cram. It's available at Sprouts. It's available at Meijer. It's available all over the place, but it's especially available online. Why clown around with going to the grocery store when you could head on down to online town and get you some cramnutrition.com. Get yours today. Hey, I highly recommend you get the strawberry. Delicious strawberry Cram.
Sound like a real commercial tonight.
Thanks. What else you got there, producer Luke?
Just one, mainly. Next week is the big show. So, Abundance and Overflow.
Abundance and Overflow next week. Well, we do have other ones. Like, first of all, just not that you can get in on this, but just to keep everybody up to date, because a lot of people want to know where the heck are Shawn and Lacey. Right now we're in Naples doing some, you and Stacy rocking the well-infused work. Mm-hmm. Did a regen dinner last night, a regen lunch today. Mm-hmm. We were scheduled to have a franchise discovery day as we're getting ready to onboard our first franchisee. Mm-hmm. They had some health stuff to attend to. It's a group. So it's a group of people getting multiple locations. And so they wanted everyone to be here. One of them had a little health emergency, not emergency, but a little health thing. Mm-hmm. So we're going to delay that. That means tomorrow, golf.
For you.
Oh. Friday.
Means more work for me.
Friday, we're headed off to Los Angeles. Saturday night, we've got the Rolling Stones concert at SoFi. Sunday, I'm going to be playing golf, surprise, at Arroyo Trabuco, home of Michael Block. I'm going to be taking on David and Miles Meltzer
Mm-hmm.
and someone else. Doesn't matter. I can beat the two of them by myself. And
And I'm going to be
Monday,
brunching.
you're going to be brunching. And Monday, SoFi Podcast Experience. Hey, if you'd like to come out and hang out, we don't have room to get you onto the podcast anymore. Completely filled up the schedule there. But if you'd like to come out and hang out, we're going to have amazing guests. Hit us up, hit somebody up, hit me up, hit up Natalie, Nathalie, Natalie at blackdiamondclub.com. If you would like to be a part, Bobby can get you hooked up too. Robert at blackdiamondclub.com. If you'd like to come and hang out, spend the day at SoFi.
I got to tell you, I was just thinking in 7 days, we will have been Florida, LA, Indiana, Nashville. It'll be a wild ride.
Yep. And then we're off to Nashville for abundance and overflow. And then I want to just throw in, just because you guys are absolute raving fans, hardcore, 12 of you that show up no matter what.
32.
The Book Yourself Solid Challenge launches 1 week from Wednesday. All new, completely retooled. It's going to be absolutely amazing. We've been working. I was telling our BDC coaches, BDC certified coaches, they're top notch. You got to find you a good BDC certified coach to work with. I was telling them tonight, like, we've been really working hard at retooling a lot of things, getting a lot of things you always have to be constantly reinventing yourself.
Absolutely.
Staying up. I was telling them mostly because of all of the things that are going on in the economy. You're seeing, hey, listen, we did a Sean Stradamus. Was it last week or 2 weeks ago?
Last week, I believe. Mm-hmm.
Well, I'm already been right on some of those things. Like, we're hitting them already. But you always have to be ahead of the curve, and you can't just change your business model from one day to the next.
You can't do it overnight. It takes time.
A little bit of time. So,
and an adjustment period.
Yes.
It's a transition, right? And there's a lot of adjustments that occur in there. It's not just like, I'm going to wake up and all of a sudden, especially if you've been in business for a long time, I'm going to do this differently, and it's just done.
Yeah. So we had to kind of disassemble the challenge, the entire challenge model, re-put it back together. You're going to be seeing more interaction from our BDC certified coaches. You're going to be seeing Rhonda and Christine. Also, by the way, Barnes and Noble has the Book Yourself Solid for coaches and consultants, offering that at a 25% pre-sale discount, 35% if you're Barnes and Noble whatever special member guy.
Is there a special member?
Yeah. And awesome. I put the instructions on my Facebook post today. I also put them out in an email. So get your copy, pre-order. If you're a coach or consultant, if you make your living coaching or consulting other people, you need to read this book, written by Michael Port and Matthew Kimberly. We're so gracious for their contributions to getting that book done. And then also, look, if you're a chiropractor and have yet to receive your copy of Book Yourself Solid for Chiropractors, what are you waiting for? Jump on Amazon or Barnes and Noble. No discount on that one, because they're already penalizing you because you didn't take action. But look, don't be penalized. Don't penalize yourself further by not getting the information that Christine and Michael worked so hard to create and put together. Get your copy of the book. Let Christine know that you are supporting her efforts. Buy your books. Book Yourself Solid for coaches and consultants, coming out in September. Pre-order discount, big discount, 35% if you're a Barnes and Noble Executive Platinum, or get Book Yourself Solid for chiropractors. We would greatly appreciate it.
Awesome.
What are the people saying?
The people are saying hello. They're saying everybody loves Cram. Everybody's talking about how great Cram is, and that Dexter looks super chill tonight.
Yeah, Dexter. He's just been chill.
Living it up in Florida. That's why he's in that like chill environment.
Like yeah, don't forget Wednesday we have the Shank Dilly Cup coming up at the Hermitage.
But I think that you're full.
We are full, but we added on. We're playing the Bro-Am. Special shout out to right here on Shawn and Lacey Live to Mizzen and Maine for being our sponsor. Oh my gosh, they hooked us up with some killer swag. All of you guys that have registered for the Shank Dilly Cup, Mizzen and Maine's gone all out to take care of you guys. Super appreciative to all of them. Listen, I love, this is not Mizzen and Maine, but I rock a lot of Mizzen and Maine.
You've been rocking Mizzen and Maine for a long time too. I remember when they first came out.
I'm so thankful to them. And so look, you should hit them up. If you want to rock the same gear that I rock for some reason.
Lots of people rock.
Yeah, really cool people rock, not just me. Really cool people you wear Mizzen and Maine. A lot of like fit people too, like the CrossFit community. Like, in shape
They're
people.
good like anti-sweat shirts. That's like anti-sweat shirts.
Anti-sweat shirts.
Yeah.
If you're an anti-sweat shirt wearer, look up Mizzen and Maine. Show them a little bit of love. We can't do business without you guys showing the sponsors some love. And yeah, I also just so to add to it, we're going to be playing Beat the Joes. I don't know. I also added a PGA Pro. So maybe I'll use him as my partner,
Sure.
and then you can try and beat me in the
I
pro.
feel like that's cheating, but
It's really not cheating. It's just golf.
because nobody's going to beat you if it's you with your handicap and the way that you've been playing in the pro. What do you guys think? Is that fair?
I think PJ could still beat us.
Oh,
PJ and
that's probably
McCoskey.
true. That's probably true.
That could be a good formidable team. Plus that, do not count out Skippy Weiss, because Skip has not lost. I mean, ever in the Shank Dilly Cup.
That's true.
Skip
are
is
you on here?
undefeated. That is why I'm going straight PGA Pro and me, because we have to put an end to Skip's reign.
Yep.
I can't keep getting beat in the Shank Dilly Cup,
2-time champ,
year after year after year.
Yep. So we're talking about AI tonight.
Yeah. What do you know about AI?
I don't know a lot about AI, actually. I feel like I need to do more work on understanding AI, but I'm just curious for everybody in the chat. Let us know, how many of you actually use AI currently in your business to write posts, to give you ideas? Tell us if you use it or not. And then I want to know, what do you use it for? A lot of people are saying me. Have you used it yet?
AI?
Yeah.
Yeah, of course I use it.
Yeah. A lot of people use it sometimes, mostly for ideas. A lot of people are saying they use it for ideas. I don't think I've asked it for ideas often, but I do utilize it a lot to reformulate some of the things that I write.
Okay, before we go into that, I have two things. Number one, we need to have a Crew 52 slide.
Oh,
what's going on there?
Luke.
I got Natalie. Natalie is the mother figure of Crew 52, and so she was like, "Hey, man,
all right,
what's going on there?
What do we got? Who's our?
We got our guy, Enrico.
Enrico, the digital coach, Enrico Dolcecore. Dr. Enrico is a chiropractic entrepreneur that has run and operated clinics and businesses in the US and Canada. He is now dedicating some of his time to coaching. He consults service professionals who are looking to grow and scale their business. Hit that QR code like it's your pillow at 12 o'clock at night. Let's go. Let's show Enrico Dolcecore some love, the digital coach. You can just reach out to Enrico. Let him school you a little bit on all the things that he can help you with in the digital world. He is our Crew 52 member of the week.
And what I love about Enrico, he's a great teacher, right?
Yes.
And so it's not just like, I'm going to do all of these things for you. It's, let me transfer the knowledge I have to you, which I think is very unique and very different. He's been doing it for a long time. So definitely hit up Enrico.
Yeah, there you go, Enrico. Thank you, Natalie. Next. So what I want to say, and I've been talking about this for a while. We have a couple clips of it on social media. But I think we're past it. But I just want to begin this with, listen, you have to understand that AI is a servant. It's a tool. Mm-hmm. A lot of people, I think, initially were scared of AI, what it might be able to do.
Probably still are.
But I think we're kind of getting on the other side of that, because people are beginning to realize that, okay, it can be a tool. But I love that I believe Mark Zuckerberg came out and was like, look, a lot of people are like trying to turn AI into God. And that's not the goal. That's not the point. AI can be a phenomenal servant to you. So AI can and should be leveraged, much like I think that most of us could benefit from having a virtual assistant, because it just makes life easier. Now, sure. I'm not going to use the word servant for a virtual assistant, but they're a helper, and they make life easier because they can help to keep you on task, keep you focused on the things that are important, keep you in your lane of money making activities that you get paid for, and keeping you productive. Well, AI is very much the same way. We can leverage AI not to become subservient to it, not to ask AI to do our jobs, but to help us to stay focused in our productivity, right? So sure. It can help us to come up with ideas for social media content, for blog posts, for emails that we need to write. Because a lot of you probably got stuck, if you're not that creative, or you just had the, difficulty with perfectionism, stuck thinking about, I need to create content, I need to write new blog posts, I need to send emails to my people, and you get stuck there. And so AI becomes an invaluable tool. AI can also help you with productivity.
Right.
There's all kinds of AI productivity tools that you can attach to your emails, to your calendar, all kinds of tools that you can utilize, again, to make AI work for you, not where AI replaces you.
Well, and I think that's where a lot of people have hesitancy, is because maybe they've utilized it and said, write me something about how to stay hydrated. And AI comes up with all of this information and it sounds nothing like them. And people say that to me all the time. Well, but when I do it, it sounds nothing like me. And it's not because AI can't figure out how to sound like you. It's because you just don't know how to utilize it correctly. So yes, it's a tool, but the tool is only as good as your ability to prompt it and give it direction. And I think that's where people need the most help, because if not, the tool doesn't feel like it's doing a good job.
Well, I don't know if Teddy's on here, Teddy Ballgame, but he's an absolute expert in creating prompts, especially for the people who are in the fitness industry, where, again, you are able to leverage the AI prompts to put together fitness routines, to make modifications for people that have limitations, for all of these things, because it's drawing on a vast wealth of knowledge. You can also use AI in the healthcare space to double check your work, am I on the right track? Here's some differentials, all of that. I mean, AI can literally be used, again, not to replace you. I think that is the biggest mistake. Like, how can I get AI to do my work versus how can I get AI to do work so that I can become more productive and efficient? I think that's the best use of AI.
And we have people saying that Ted's AI course is phenomenal for people that are just getting started.
Was he on?
I don't think he's on tonight, but we definitely are giving him a shout out.
I wish we had a link to this magnificent AI course.
He's on his way to LA right now, but yeah, Ted is an AI expert, and everybody's saying it's super helpful. So if you don't know Ted, he's usually on here. Reach out, find him, ask Natalie so you can get connected. I think just learning the basics on how to utilize a tool and leverage the tool in the best way possible will make you feel way more comfortable with what it really is about, right? For me, I think one of the ways I always have clients start is just by taking something that you've already written, a post that you've written that's already in your voice, put it into like Chat GPT and give it a prompt. Can you rewrite this and make it a little more inspirational? And then tell it who you're writing it to, the demographic. This is for a 40 to 45-year-old woman that's looking to get more hydrated and lives a very busy life. And AI will rewrite it. Then you take that and then you still have to scrub it and make sure that it still sounds like you. And you'd be surprised at the stuff that comes out. And that's a great, very basic way to start. And I've got a lot of people more comfortable by just doing that. And it does begin to sound like you, because we're taking it from something that already was yours versus giving it a prompt to just talk or write.
Any other uses of AI that you're seeing out there? You're more on that tip than I am.
Well, I mean, we've used it for all sorts of things. We've written articles with it, blogs, captions. I see that James Taylor is saying that he utilizes it for podcast ideas and topics. I'm curious. I don't know what else people are saying on here.
James, I thought, posted something else that he was doing with AI.
Let me go back. James, what are you doing with AI? Let us know. Ask it a lot of questions, rewrite, reformulate. He uses it to summarize podcast episodes. So that's really powerful too, because in the past, you would have to pay somebody or a transcription service to do that, or find somebody to summarize and highlight the podcast notes for you. And so while, yes, AI is taking some jobs, as people say, and that's where they get a little bit nervous, with technology and technological advancements, we're also coming up with new jobs for people every day as well. So it's kind of like this trade-off.
Love it.
What else?
That's it.
That's all you use it for?
For me?
Yeah. You don't use it for anything else?
Well, I would say summaries is really great. And I'm thankful that James shared that. um, one of the things, like anytime there's a lot of data on something, you can utilize AI to just sort of condense, and especially when there's more than one side of a story. So one of the things
Mm.
I think that at least that I'm seeing is, a lot of people got their news and updates off of social media. I was just
Mhm.
talking today to the guy that cuts my hair. He just spent a month in Europe, and he was like, it's fascinating to see the difference in the news from the United States to Europe. And it's the same news. If you are in the United States and then you go
Interesting.
to Europe, it's the same news and you're aware of that. But now, especially, if he's Romanian, if you could speak the language, you're like, well, they're telling it through a totally different lens.
Mhm.
But what is unique about AI is because AI is just pulling in, but this also can be shaded. But if you find the right tools, we can just get a compilation of both sides of the story, a summary of both
Right.
sides of the story. And for someone like myself, that's very important because, as most people know, I like to know both sides. I'm not trying to play one side over the other side. So you want to know, like, listen, what are people saying relative to the economy? What are people saying relative to the election and politics? What are people saying?
Mhm.
And then AI, because it has fast access, rather than me trying to, get all of these sides of the story, we can get all the sides of the story, get a summary, and then get an idea. I was sharing with our BDC coaches earlier as well. I mean, there's a lot of, speculation, especially as we've been talking about the interest rates. The election is coming up. There's a lot of speculation on what's going to happen with the interest rates. I was seeing some stories that were talking about a 200 basis point drop between here and the election. Julie Weiss was like, hey, you need to fact check that. And I was like, I know, because I'm just seeing
Yeah,
it. I'm just,
right.
it's out there, right? It's out there. And I've been talking about that anyways. That would be crazy if that happened. So you want to know, like, what would be the implications of that?
Sure.
Well, now we can go to AI versus going to social media, which that to me is probably one of the most valuable things, because social
media
media
will be
is,
more
yeah,
biased. Yeah.
slanted. You have a
Yeah.
bunch of like yahoos on there that don't even know, where we can then get, research viable expert information. What happens if this? What happens if that? What are people saying about this? What are people saying about that? And we can compile that.
So
I
AI is actually, you're saying it's very neutral because it's just taking
Well, it can
information
be.
and data.
Some AI is not neutral,
Yeah, that's what
right?
I was gonna say. I
Some
don't know
AI
that
is
all
not
of it
neutral.
is. Yep.
But here's the other thing is that, and maybe AI in a lot of ways is replacing me, or AI in a lot of ways is just making me more efficient and productive. But AI is the greatest information aggregator. I've often spoke about how I think that, the mystique. I've never myself personally heard, and I'm putting this out here publicly on social media or on YouTube, on a platform. I've never heard anybody say this about man, but Tony Robbins, I mean, and it's not a knock. It's not a knock at all, but Tony Robbins is an information aggregator.
Mm.
Like when you look at the information the books that he puts out, it's not like he's like, I'm a financial expert. He's like, look, here's all of these financial experts because I'm Tony Robbins and I'm able to aggregate this information. He has this new book out about health, not because he's a doctor, but because he has access, and then he like aggregates the information and he puts it out. Nobody ever says that. I do. I'm like, and in a lot of ways, I'm an information aggregator. I mean,
Right.
you've known that because you live with me. I'm an information
Yes.
aggregator. I always tell people I'm not like the most original guy. I'm not sitting around. I'm not an economist. I'm not a politician, but I aggregate information in a lot of places, and I've learned how to leverage relationships to gain access to bright minds, because I'm just an average mind. But if I could fill my average mind with bright minds, with genius information, and aggregate it so that it's shareable, that becomes valuable to other people in the world. Well, the great thing is that, really, if you think about it at its core, AI is an infinite information aggregator.
Right.
We've talked about that in the past as well, though, is that AI is only as smart as the information that it's fed,
Sure.
and that it's allowed to have access to. And that's why we can create biases inside of the AI. When you think like, well, Google created this, Apple created that, Microsoft created this. Yeah, but they're the ones that, and like you said, it's the human element that allows the restriction of the information that the AI is able to access. Right?
Mm.
Is the AI surfing the dark web? Because that probably is not a good idea, because then we would go on AI and we would ask for your social security number,
Right.
right? Like, and so the information that feeds it, so it's not literally infinite, which back to the point of, it's not actually God,
Right.
right? So it's not a God infinite source. So it can have biases, but if you can find the AIs that can separate the biases that will shade the information that you're attempting to aggregate, AI makes you the fastest information aggregator. So before you go out and have an opinion on, say, peptides, rather than ask social media, what do you think about peptides? A great source, if it was unbiased in the topic of peptides, would be to look at AI and ask AI to aggregate all of the information pro and con. And then you can make your own human decision against a wealth of knowledge versus against just opinions.
Opinions. Right. I love that. We have a lot of people talking about what they do and how they utilize AI, and we have a Ted Vicky showing.
There he is. Ted, drop the link to this
Ted,
course that
I don't
everyone's
think you can
talking
put
about.
links in here. I think it's actually difficult to add links
It
in here.
is?
But I do see that Ted is going to be in Nashville. He said he offered anybody that's there, he'd love to meet with them and talk about it.
Oh, well,
So,
there you go.
if you're at Abundance
Raise
and
your
Overflow,
hand if you're going to
and
Abundance
you're
and
in
Overflow.
Nashville, Ted will be there, and he will absolutely love to talk to you about an AI.
There you go.
I love it. You know, it's really interesting talking about the biases, and I think about that because no matter what, though, it is what does AI have access to, and depending on what platform you're utilizing, you don't actually know what it has access to. So that's a very interesting. I just never thought about that.
Well, obviously, too, that's the thing. I mean, Google is going to utilize their AI and restrict it mostly, I'm sure, to a Google world.
Yeah.
Right? They probably don't want Google out there, like their AI jumping off into these other sources of information, because then I would be, if I was Apple, I'd be like, yeah, Google's using all of my information. But then you think like Apple, they themselves don't have information. So where is their AI getting their stuff from? And then you wonder, is the AI behind Facebook, is that just pulling data off of social media? Because how accurate is that? So yeah, it is very important. It was also very important, though, I've said this a lot, it's very important that because the people that watch this show, you guys all have these passions and these ideas and these philosophies that you're excited about. And one of the things that we've been championing for years, literally for years, is that you guys who have been resistant to putting out blog posts or content on social media or sharing anything with the world because you don't like social media, well, you've also blinded AI. So when you're like, hey,
can't capture information on you.
If you think AI has an allopathic bias and you're mad about it, well, it's your fault. You should have given it more holistic information if that's what you wanted, but you just chose. You chose not to. So look, of course, it's going to have a bias. And of course, people who are asking it about peptides probably are going to get more negative than positive because it has an allopathic bias, and it's your fault because you just didn't share the information before because you couldn't be bothered. And we were always like, hey man, it's not just about like you posting and likes and comments. Like this stuff is coming down the pipe, and you got to be able to feed the algorithm, feed the AI so that it had an opportunity to be less biased. And so even today, if you want to win this artificial intelligence, because it is artificial, that's the key word, well, then that means because it's artificial, it could potentially be manipulated. Then you have to get into the business of feeding the AI with the information that you think will be of best assistance to it.
Yeah, it's interesting. I was just thinking about when's the last time I utilized AI, which was actually 5 minutes ago, but right before, or 5 minutes right before we got on this. But one of the most powerful things we did recently is my workshop. It was how to make hard financial decisions. That was the title of it. And what we realized was that title didn't speak just to our ideal client. In fact, it was capturing people that weren't entrepreneurs, but that they wanted to learn how to make hard financial decisions.
Should I buy a house? Should I buy a car? But they weren't never going to be in the BDC
client.
or BYS world.
So we went to ChatGPT. We gave it a prompt, put in the information about my workshop, and said, can you come up with a couple of options and titles? We ended up changing the title of the workshop and ended up tripling the amount of registrations. And I think a lot of it was from a title change. So in real-time application in your businesses, you may not have some sort of workshop that you're doing or challenge that you're doing, but you could absolutely utilize that for subject lines of emails that you have automated. That would actually be really powerful for emails that have great content in them, but you don't have a high open rate. So I was just thinking about that. I'm like, wow, we could go through some of our automations where we're not getting open rates and just put that into ChatGPT and Give
Pick
it a
new subject
prompt.
lines.
Those kinds of things are really powerful, and they're small, but they can make big differences in past effort that you've put forth that may not be leveraged in the way that you want.
I love it.
Yeah.
Let's
all I
give
got.
away $300.
Let's do it. Let's give away $300.
We're going to draw 3 names. You guys know how it works. We're going to draw 3 names. When we draw your name, you have 30 seconds. The countdown clock, there it is, right up there on the board. You must announce yourself in order to claim your prize. Listen, if your
Announce
name gets
yourself.
drawn with all these names in there and the digital canasta, you're a winner. But you have to claim your prize, and you must be present to claim it. Watch for your name. Hope that it stops there. Best of luck, Lukeyville.
Claim
Oh, I
it.
saw Swick. I saw Julie Weiss. Michael
Woo!
Gossett
Michael,
Jr.
Michael.
Gossett Jr. Let's go. You got 20 seconds, Michael, to claim $300. Great exercise for everybody in this time as we're counting down, waiting for Michael to appear.
I love Chris Helms says that's
what would you do with $300? Well, I already know Chris Helms would buy more XRP. Chris Helms telling me today XRP going to 17.
Oh, XRP
for me. What would you do with $300? Great exercise, especially as we prep into abundance and overflow.
Yeah.
And what's very interesting is, maybe you should just do this.
Intention.
Well, do this amongst your family or your friends tomorrow in your office. Ask people, what would you do with $300? And look at the variety of answers, right? Like, and what's interesting about that is that everybody is different based off of their mindset. Mindset will determine. Some people would
save it. Some people would pay a bill.
Some people would just
or
spend
credit
it.
card. Some people would just spend it.
Some
people
would
already have
invest it.
something they want to buy.
Yeah. That's interesting.
Some people would buy an experience.
We're going deep on that in abundance and overflow. You got to be registered. All right, Michael.
Name number two. Is it you?
Oh, I saw Scott Brunengraber. I saw Swick again.
Rhonda
Vaughn. Let's
she
go.
on tonight?
That would be awesome.
I saw Jackie, but is
she was
Rhonda
not.
on? Rhonda's always on.
Oh my.
I would not. What? Has Rhonda won before? I don't know if Rhonda. Rhonda. Oh my gosh. That would be crazy. Rhonda's on all the time. Jackie said she'll claim it. Jackie's like, I accept on behind.
Jackie,
she's always here, y'all. But
Jackie,
I haven't seen her
to
on.
Text your daughter.
She won tonight, and she wasn't on. Oh my goodness, Rhonda.
Wow. Well, more for
a stunning loss.
Stunning
loss.
That's like Johnny Manziel dropping all the way to the Cleveland Browns. Stunning.
Paul wrote, "Help me, Rhonda. Help me, Rhonda." Poor Rhonda.
I don't even know if we can go on. It's like
I know. I feel disappointed for her.
Okay, one more.
Right.
Let's see if I see Swick again.
Here we go.
Linnea Bell.
Oh, I saw Ashley Torchio too.
Linnea Bell.
Linnea. Is that how you say that?
Linnea.
Huh? Linnea?
Linnea? I don't know.
Yeah, I think Linnea is probably a little bit.
Linnea Bell. Linnea Bell.
Oh my goodness.
Linnea Bell.
Too many double letters.
Linnea
No way,
Bell.
It's real.
Oh, no winners.
No winners tonight. No. Brandon Brown says one more. Sorry, buddy. You have to.
We will do one more next week.
Next week we'll do another one.
1 week from today.
Next week we'll be live
from Nashville.
Coming to you live.
Be wearing my cowboy boots and my cowboy hat live from Nashville, Arkansas. And it's going to be great. It's going to be awesome. You do not want to miss it. If you're not yet registered, it is not too late to get in the room. www.blackdiamondclub.com. Click that link, Abundance and Overflow. We've got Claudio Gambin. We've got Tyler McBroom. We've got Mark Murphy. We've got Alex Paykoff. Everybody rolling in. They're going to be spending time with you. You got Ted Vicky. work in the back of the room with his
Hey.
AI tools, sitting down with anybody who wants to sit down with him. It's going to be absolutely amazing. We are going to get you back your entire investment and so much more. Just with the content alone, we are planning a very, very awesome experience for you guys. And we'll be coming to you live from Nashville
And
next
we are
week.
very, very, very excited to see all of you.
We're giving away $400, drawing 4 names. Everybody post on Rhonda Vaughn's Facebook page.
Oh my goodness. You
Oh
guys,
my
don't make
gosh.
it sting. Don't. She shows up all the time. That's going to sting.
Oh
I
man.
know.
Sorry, Rhonda. All right, folks.
Don't twist
More
them.
for you.
Don't
We're giving
twist
away
it.
$400, 4 names live from Nashville, Tennessee. Hope you're excited. Set your alarm. We'll see you there either live or right here on YouTube on Shawn and Lacey Live. See ya.